Yes, so what is going on, everybody? Mr. Soul of a Man 504, aka Demon Alvarez, coming at you live with another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. So, we're talking about today the spiritual caller ID. Yeah, so today we're talking about the spiritual caller ID and how you see these numbers in, synchronicity, and you're getting universal calls in a sense, and you're getting universal messages that is telling you to, if you, it's like back in the day when somebody would like, when the pagers were out in maybe the early 90s before cell phones, and somebody would page you like 911, you'd have to go to a payphone and call them because, something was going on or whatever, whatever. So the same thing with the spiritual caller ID. If you're seeing numbers in succession, the 444s, the 111, 333, 222, 21, 711, on and on and on and on. You know what I'm trying to say. So these are messages that are telling you that, one, that you're in the right place. Two, that the universe is, the universe, angel guides, God, ancestors, one, they have your back. Two, that you're moving, you're moving in the right direction, that everything is going to be, okay. It's time to respond accordingly to those messages, and let those messages resonate within your spirit. Let them resonate within your being, so that you can so that you can naturally vibe with them, because again, more of a higher calling, or more of the intensity, and the more you see them, the more you can feel things wrapping up, the growth, the change, things moving accordingly. You know how we would say it, how they would say in math, numerical order, 1, 2, 3, and all of that good stuff like that. So, and also the craft of building, also moving away from something negative, more into something positive. So yeah, so it is the rebirth, the regrowth that you're going through. It is the cycles, almost like when you're washing clothes. You put the detergent in, the water comes in, the spin cycle, then the water drains out, the clothes spin, you put them in a dryer. So you may be now in a cycle where you're drying, and it's time to take out whatever it is that you had going on, and to add, just to add something new, so new energy, new momentum, new moments, new triumphs, just greater things moving forward in your life, gaining new, as they say, reciprocities for things that were lost, messages from those who aren't physically with us anymore. So these messages that come in, that help us to know that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be all right. The cycles of energy come through the numbers, come through the messages, to help, to shape, to mold, to let because they say hindsight is what do they say? Hindsight is 22, something like that. But a lot of people are seers of things, and I'll talk about how folks are creatures of habit, so to speak. So a lot of seers out there, and a lot of people need to see it to understand, and to have a greater understanding of it. Those calls are coming in, of those numbers are coming in, as I call it, the spiritual caller ID. That means that something is pulling you, something is moving, something is taking shape around your life, and it's time for you to move and to take action on that, and not to be in a stagnant mindset, to know that, okay, well, If things are moving spiritually for me in an amazing way, okay, well, it's time for me to get myself up, moving, planning, to make things happen as well. So, gotta meeting it halfway, meet it in the middle. Preparing. If you're the chef of the house in your home, and the whoever is going to be coming over, be it friends, family, your kids, your man, your woman, you're like, okay, well, let me get up, start making some things. We go run to the store, get these ingredients, and make things beforehand, because when you don't want to wait till it happens and then you scrambling. The numbers, like I see 10-10. I'm not sure what that means, but and it is interesting. It's always when you're least expecting it. You look up and you just see these numbers. There are no random events or things that just randomly happen. It all, as people say, it all happens for a reason. Going through what you need to go through, being patient along the process, going through your magical metamorphosis period, so that you can come out of the cocoon, so to speak, so that you can be the magical butterfly that you need to be, letting nature take its course. And again, let me just say that again, letting nature take its course, because you can't, you don't want to naturally eat certain foods without them being cooked, because you'll get sick. So, and also being magical in those moments, being a good steward, so to speak, not forgetting your power, not forgetting who you are. Sometimes, I get things happen, and, this, the spiritual journey is not easy. That's why we get these messages, what I call the spiritual caller ID. We get these messages, on occasion. We get these spiritual downloads and things like that. We may hear a message in a commercial, or you may hear things 2 and 3 times, to solidify it, to validate it, to let you know, okay, well, this is, I needed that message, going to church, hearing the padre, the preacher, the guide of that church, edifying your spirit, saying like, man, I really needed that message. That was a word that that was a word that I really needed. So, so there you go. So bigger things on the horizon, having people who are, or say people, but having greater beings than us, if you believe in God, your ancestors, whoever you believe with, I'm not one to sit here and, force anything on you. It's what you believe. If you believe in nothing, then, that's what that is. If you believe in yourself, hey, cool. But, I'm never one to sit down and argue with people over, their beliefs and all of that stuff. That's, I don't debate. That's not my thing. I'm just here to give this, I give the information, you take it. If it hits your spirit, cool. If not, hey, I truly, I truly understand that. But, we got some amazing guardians out there. I can testify to that, the big freeze in Houston happened, and I don't know if y'all, I don't know, did I make a video about that? But I don't know. So, when the freeze happened, it was like 20 below, Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius here, in where I was, and no heat, no nothing, no food, no, everything was frozen over. So, made it through. What's going on, Rainy Woman? So, made it through that. So I can, so I don't, don't believe in, I'm not a believer in luck and all that stuff. So, but I do believe in favor, and I do believe that, we are, some of us are here for, for a reason, be it for your family, for yourself, for a greater purpose, or for a greater cause, so to speak, but the greatness lies within you. Again, we're talking about the spiritual caller ID. We're talking about those numbers that you see, the 444, the 333, 222, 21s, and all that good stuff. Or it could also be messages that you hear. Like if you hear the same message within a day, or within a day, and you're like, man, or if you were just thinking about something, and somebody comes in and says something exactly like that, that what is going on, everybody out there. Thank y'all so much for as they say, Grand Rising. I'm gonna start saying that now. But anyway, so yeah, man. And not to be cliche, but anyway, so I think the synchronicities, man, the synchronicities of it all, how it all shapes, how it all comes together. It's like taking shape. You're like, man, I don't like the way I look and feel. So you go to the gym, you start working out, you start eating better. I am, myself and CJ Inspires, we're doing our, infused water with the fruit and all of that good stuff, just to, to get more healthier, man, just to get more healthier. But anyway, the important thing is to pay attention to the messages, and, just be thankful, pay attention to the messages, be thankful for the messages. I'm not a numerologist by trade. I wouldn't be one to sit here. I know that those numbers hold meaning. I know that. I really do. I know those numbers hold meaning. So, you can Google them. You can go to somebody who specializes in numerology and tell them, and I think those who do like cartomancy, that's like just doing the regular playing cards, and, they can, tell you what's going on with those numbers. And I also think it goes into your astrology. There you go. So I'm not, it's not my cup of tea. Just, I'm just being honest, just being honest. But, there are books about astrology and numerology and all that stuff that you can, get, on Amazon and all that stuff. But all right, folks, that's pretty much everything that I have. Don't forget to don't forget to go to the www.tjinspires.com for all of your candles. We just got a shipload, we just got a lot of candles in. So don't forget to go to tjinspires.com for all of your candles and wax melts and all of that good stuff. Don't forget to go to soulofaman504.com for my books, and everything's on Amazon, Damon Alvarez or Tristan Jackson. And yeah, man. So pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the numbers. Things will start to add up in your life soon. And it's also, these things are adding value to who you are. So don't look over them. Look directly into them so that they can be edified into your spirit. But all right, folks, that's pretty much my little spiel about talking about the spiritual caller ID. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, again, Mr. Damon Alvarez, aka Mr. Soul Lover Man 504. And as always, folks, and out this peace. I'm trying to touch the thing like